Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Well, I've got two exciting new kits to share with you guys today. Both 35th scale and both from Takom. First up, we have the Panther G with zimmerit. So this is a new body that's been tooled with the zimmerit paste already applied to it. So there's no aftermarket stuff or none of the other things you have to do. It's already on there ready to go. And we also have the Bergpanzer 2A2. Also, brand new kit from them. This is based on the Leopard 1 chassis, and it's their recovery vehicle for the German Army. Excited to show you inside these kits, so let's get started. Let's take a look at the Takom 35th scale Bergpanzer 2A2 first. Really cool looking box art to start off with. And some of the different variations of camouflage that you can put on the side here. First up, we're going to take a look at the upper part of the hull here. And I'll get you a little bit closer here so you can see all of the detail that is in this. We also have the lower hull, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a Leopard 1. And we'll start looking at some of the sprues in here, some of the detail that is in here. You can see all these fine little intricate parts right here. There's also some slide molded parts right in through here. Spare road wheels. Next up, we have the F sprue, and this has the crane for the top of the vehicle. Some more slide molding done right here. And then all the little tiny accessory pieces that really add a lot of detail to this. Now we have our G sprue right here. And there are lots of little detail parts, as you can see, all in through here. Some more slide molding. Looks like almost every single sprue in this kit has some slide molding on it. Bring H sprue in here next. And wow, lots of little detail parts, as you can see here. These tow cables are all slide molded. We've got our drive sprockets and all kinds of tow hooks and machine gun up on top here, which looks like this whole top area has all been slide molded as well. Now we'll take a look at the tracks that come in this kit. And immediately, now there's 3 of these sprues, and immediately I know you guys are going, oh, there's a lot of parts to these tracks. And there is a decent amount of parts, but they're actually not going to be that hard to put together. There is a little bit of cleanup. Obviously, you got to cut off 4 injection marks on each one of them, and then apply the center guide horn. But to attach them together, there are these right here. Hopefully we can get them like that. And there's a little hole in each one of those there that corresponds to these little pegs. So that's how you'll hook 2 of these tracks together. And what that does is it gives it the ability to move them. Now, obviously, you can't roll them or anything like that, but you will be able to put them on and then actually flex them and wrap them around the entire run of tracks. So a decent number of parts, but it is not going to be that crazy to put together. Next up, we have our road wheel sprue. Also has our suspension on it here as well. So we've got our, looks like drive sprocket, all the extra road wheels. And then, yeah, these are all the suspension pieces right in through here. And there obviously are 2 of these in here because you're going to have 1 for each side of it. And finally, the last 2 sprues we'll show you here. We've got just some of the like spare road wheels. All these other little accessories. There is slide molding on this one. right in through there. And also we have our clear parts, which are all of the periscopes on this kit. All done in clear plastic. And now I will show you the decals that come inside the kit. Give you a few varieties of different vehicles to produce. Also, there is some photo etch inside. And we've got some metal cable for the boom, and then a whole bunch of nylon string also for that area. And as always, I'd like to give you guys a little preview of the instructions. I know it's always helpful to see what you're going to be getting into if you've never built a Takom kit before. And this kit has a decent amount of parts, and you want to obviously have a really good set of instructions to go along with that. Now, I've built many Takom kits over the last few years and have always found their instructions to be really good. No problems with it. They're all pretty clear and specific to what you're building. And then in the back here, there's actually 8 different versions you can build. So when you saw the decals a few minutes ago, these are all the different versions that you can build up. Going both this way, and then this final set right in here too. So quite a few options that you get inside of that. Now this kit has a retail of $49.99 and is available in our web store right now. Now let's take a look at the Panther G early production with zimmerit. And to start off with, this is a fairly big box. It's a thicker than normal box, but not to worry. This one is not the one that has the full interior. So if you're not looking for some month-long project, this one will be a lot easier to put together. The first and probably the most important thing we're going to look at on this kit is going to be the upper hull and turret that has the zimmerit on it. And just quickly, I'm going to zoom in here and you can see I think Takom did a great job. Look at even the repair section, as if this had been zimmerited once, lost it, and then they repaired over it right there. And even the regular zimmerit has like an uneven type texture to it. Really spend a couple of seconds here just showing some areas, like in here, much deeper cuts. Wrap around to the front. See what they did on the other side here. And even the lines are a little wavy on that. Very, very nice. I think that is a nice looking representation of the zimmerit. Nice and uneven on that. Now let's take a look at the turret. See if they've done something similar here. Looks like they did the same, kind of some deeper ruts and shallower ones as you go around. See this side. Once paint gets on there, I think that's going to look really good. And even some nice texturing on the roof of the turret. Very, very nicely done. Okay, we're going to continue with the zimmerited portions of the vehicle. And we've got the Q5 sprue that has lots of zimmerited parts on here. And we're going to start off with the mantlet first. Now when I say this, I mean this in a positive manner, but that is a nice, messy, hand-appliqued looking piece of zimmerited mantle right there. I think that looks really, really nice. They gave it kind of an uneven texture. The lines are not straight. You can just picture a guy who did that in the factory somewhere. Let's move over to the rear portion of the vehicle. Same thing. Deep ruts, shallow ruts. The lines are not straight, just as you would imagine being done. Oh wow, look at the front plate too. There's some damage on it there. And then we've got the rear of the turret. And some of the other accessories there that would have zimmerit on it. And let's look inside. Oh yeah, look at that. All the damage around where the road wheels would go. Some deep areas, shallow areas. Look at how uneven that top line is right there. That looks so good. especially once that gets some paint on it. I think that's going to look really nice. And then finally, the zimmerit on the toolboxes on the top. Very, very nice, Takom. I think they did an excellent job on the zimmerit on this kit. Let's take a look at some of the other sprues in this kit now. Now, remember, this is partially based on a Panther G kit that came out a while ago, about a year and a half ago, that had a full interior. So that's why you're going to see some of these gaps missing inside here, because there is no interior inside this tank. But just to point out a few of the really cool pieces on this, this is the muzzle brake right here. And as you can see, slide molded. Beautiful. We'll look at this sprue right here. This is also missing a few of the pieces on there that would normally go in the interior. And you can see this bottom plate drops in there. And there's some sidewalls as well. And that would have built up all of the parts that fit inside the actual regular hull as well. We've got multiple sprues of road wheels. And then this sprue right here is the idler wheels, drive sprockets, toe clamps, and the suspension arms. And they do give you 2 of these particular D sprues right there. Next up we have the barrel, which is all molded as one piece. You saw the slide molded muzzle brake just recently, and these are all the other components that make up the inside of the gun. Plus we have our machine guns and a 2-part muzzle brake that I guess if you wanted to put that on there, but I think I would go ahead with the slide molded one. And now we'll take a quick look at the tracks. And the tracks are made up pretty nicely here. We've got our link of track, so they're individual links right in through here. And then we also have our long length of track. So that is really going to speed up the process for the bottom as well as the top after the sag comes down. Now we do have a hollow horn on this particular Panther, so they've molded those separately inside there. And it's a pretty easy process to go ahead and just glue 2 of them into place. Makes it simple. And Takom has also included a jig to get the tracks in the right position, so you can put your drive sprocket up front here, your idler back here, and build the tracks right onto this jig. That makes painting way easier when they're not already on the vehicle. So you can do your painting and weathering and then put it on. And quickly, I'll just share with you a few of the other parts. These are some of the covers that go on top of the engine deck. And zoom out a little bit here. And like the side skirts, all of these pieces are not going to get used because remember you already have the zimmerited versions, but these are your front fenders. These will get used. And then some of the other little accessories, which I will zoom in closely. Fenders, and then those are the side skirts. And the last sprue we'll take a look at are the accessories and the tools. So we have our tow cables right here. Notice that they're all slide molded. Makes that a lot easier. We've got our final drive covers here. Tools like the shovel, the jack. And as for accessories, we have our photo etch brass grill covers. We have our copper cable here for the main tow cable, and then the little tiny track cable is right here also in copper. And then as you can see here, they give you 3 different types of German decals, so you get the 3 different numbers. And then there's also a set of American stars in there, which I will show you at the end of the instructions is a captured Panther. Let's take a look at just a couple of things in the instructions I think you guys might be interested in. First of all, on the tracks, do you remember the long length of track that we were talking about in there, and then the guide horns? If you notice right here, you can glue all of the guide horns in on the long length of track as one piece. So you glue them all in, and then after that dries, you just go down the line and cut the little tabs right off of it. So that will make it a lot easier than gluing each one individually in, all in one long shot. It gives you the basic breakdown on how to put the tracks around the guide that comes with it. And then as you can see, and I'm not going to show you every little bit of it right here. The instructions are pretty good, but you can see how clear they are for putting this kit together. And then we'll just kind of zip to the back here. Wanted to show you the different markings. Here is one of the American markings that they come with. And then opening this up, we have two of the German versions, and then the other German version as well as the other American version. And so you get 5 nice little styles to put on your Panther early production. And there is a look inside the Panther G early production with zimmerit from Takom, kit number 2134. This kit is available in the United States. It is on our website, andyshhq.com, as well as in our store. And they have a retail of under $50, so a great value for a really, really nice kit. Well, there you go, guys. There's a quick peek inside to show you what's inside these great new kits. Both of these are available on our website at andyshhq.com and, of course, in the store itself. So tell me, what do you think of these kits? Are you interested in building any one of these? I'm kind of leaning towards, I haven't done a Panther in a while, so kind of leaning towards this one right here. But this Bergpanzer is pretty cool as well. So if you like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button down below. And if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to ring the bell. That way you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you as always for watching. Please stay tuned because we have many more videos coming. Ah!